went to North Korea, I saw a poverty of spirit that just was mind-boggling in many respects. And it's a difficult place. Our purpose then was to say, we want to talk about MIAs and POWs. We want you to stop proliferating, selling your missile technology, issues like that, checking in on the hunger situation, because their people were starving, even though their motto was self-reliance, they couldn't feed their own people. And so what they told us then, and so what's relevant to now, is they said, hey, we just sell these this technology for money. You want to buy them? We'll sell them to you.
Hello and welcome, fellow digital soldiers, to True Reporting. It is the 1st of March, and on today's podcast, we will be covering a potential threat against Chairman Kim and POTUS, causing them to leave the Hanoi, Vietnam summit meeting early with no signed deal. This information is coming out slowly but surely, but it is all lining up, connecting the dots on this end. Also, guys, if you are unaware that there could be another FF, look up what that means, in New York City coming up. We have a Greg Rubini thread that I wanted to share with you also. But before we get into any of that, would you please go ahead and click the bell to get notifications? I have been shadow banned. Also, follow me on Twitter at True Reporting, and don't forget to leave a like. The more likes that this video receives, the more times it is recommended to other viewers, thus more eyes on the truth. And with that being said, my friends, let's go ahead and hop into it. This is True Reporting. So, as you saw the video coming into this podcast, that we saw Nancy Pelosi slip up saying that she had tried to speak with Chairman Kim, her and her team. How is it that she spoke with them, but no other president has even been able to get in touch with Kim, not even be able to have a meeting with him, but Nancy Pelosi has. What is strange to me, well, not necessarily strange anymore, is because we know that North Korea was absolutely taken over by a rogue team, CIA, that overtook and was causing a permanent threat on the global population with the threat of nuclear assault. But now we see that that has been taken care of, that POTUS and his alliance team, the White Hat team, has gone in and decimated what was there causing the threat. So with that being said, my friends, we need to keep a lookout on Nancy Pelosi. I wanted to show you this because I don't know if anyone's talked about it, but Majestic 12, I follow these guys pretty closely, and they say a faux buddy fight. No signed deal. How did we know? Double meanings everywhere. 11/11. So these guys called this 2 days before it happened, before the signed the meeting left without a signing, without a peace treaty, due to sanctions. We all know that we are watching optics at this point. So a faux buddy fight, not the case. In quotes, was Kansas, which is Mike Pompeo, unusually nervous during the press conference. In order to not alert the public, Air Force One was being secured, and the delegation in the press conference was the period of time before receiving the go on transporting POTUS. When the go was received, POTUS left abruptly. And I'm going to show you video of Mike Pompeo just kind of speaking a little quickly, just kind of looking a little unnerved at the situation. Also, POTUS was a little irritated throughout the entire press conference. It seemingly looked like they wanted to go ahead and leave early. And we can all remember this right here. Recall, Deep State tried to assassinate POTUS Air Force One missile strike to provoke war with North Korea. We remember this from, I believe, last year, right? Remember the cover story of this? Helicopter? Coincidence referencing Air Force One en route from California to North Korea. bigger than the 25th Amendment attempt to remove. Depth of this is very serious. So if there was, we all know there was, an assassination attempt through a missile to hit Air Force One, why would this be any different in this situation? So quickly, I wanted to show you the Mike Pompeo acting a little bit erratic, just kind of speaking quickly, and he just seemed unnerved. So definitely, let's go ahead and check that out real quick, and I'll be right back with you.
Want to speak to that? Only David. There are also timing and sequencing issues that were associated with that as well, which we didn't quite get across the finish line as well. But remember, too, even that facility, even the Yongbyon facility, and all of its scope, which is important for sure, still leaves missiles, still leaves warheads and weapon systems. So there's a lot of other elements that we just couldn't get to.
And the listing of all of them. Which
yes, sir, and a declaration associated. All of those things we couldn't quite get there today.
Right.
And so you could see it was a little strange, just a little shaky here and there. Very noticeable if you pay attention to these sorts of things. So on to the next post. It says Newsbusters. I've done a little decoding of my own, and if you think otherwise or how you feel, definitely post it in the comment section below. So it says Newsbusters, 12M NOCO coverage via Operation Mockingbird. So in my opinion, there could be two things. There's a 12-minute buffer zone between the live feed and what was being shown on the MSM, just in case something happened to POTUS, if there was a FF threat, if POTUS were to say something, they could cut the feed. Was there a 12-minute buffer zone? Or there's another thing that I came across. Is it $12 million, the coverage on the Hanoi summit meeting? $12 million spent by the mainstream media versus the $460 million on the Cohen hearing that was presented by the Operation Mockingbird. So those are two thoughts out there that I wanted to put out there. Continuing, 12 minutes, 12, Majestic Nation, fantasy movie, North Korea new working group. So within this working group, I believe that we have Russia, China, North Korea, and the United States. This is the four big dogs. These are the people that are moving forward. I'm sure there are other ones, smaller countries, right? It says Majestic 12, the power of 3, 6, and 9. You can look into Nikola Tesla and figure out the power of 3, right, guys? So yeah, nevertheless, I found these posts to be incredible, actually. Corporation, they say, aka Covert Entry Direct. Sell life insurance policy. Get paid to die soon. Imagery is pure evil. Eyes wide open. Watch Mockingbird Media, they're saying, with mute and no closed captions. Interpret the visual language and the disclaimers. You see into the lies. Powerful red pill TikTok. So who they put on, the facial expressions of who's on TV. It doesn't have to be the people in the crowd. It could be the news anchors. It could be how they are putting out the information. Everything is within action, right? Actions are louder than words. So definitely focus on that. If you want to just take time and look into the mainstream media, we all know it's all lies. We all know that they're CIA coverts, definitely mixed in within all of this. It's all set up. So definitely watch how they can persuade the people who are left lulled to sleep. They just keep lulling them back to sleep and keeping them brainwashed. So very interesting, to say the least, right, guys? I definitely wanted to show you this before I let you go. And this is from Greg Rubini. It says, warning, the New York Police Department has received intelligence information warning of potential attacks against officers. The thread. It says here, the New York Police Department, NYPD, have received information that the MS-13 gang members are planning to target law enforcement officers at their homes. The agency warned in an internal memo. In the alert, the agency's 105th precinct cautioned that intelligence information indicated members of the notoriously violent gang had made threats against officers who live in several Long Island neighborhoods. So again, something big, in my opinion, must be coming if we're seeing threats in Vietnam. We're seeing threats being told to us from Greg Rubini that are going to take place in New York. Something big is coming, and I think it's coming very soon. Remember, Q told us there's a countdown of 21 days. We're definitely in 18, 17 days left. So something big is going to be dropped. Disclosure I am hoping for. He says here, intel has been obtained that members of the MS-13 are looking to hit NYPD police officers, specifically in the Brentwood, Central Islip area, and Patog. These members are conducting reconnaissance of member of service private residences. The agency urged officers to stagger their routines, to always be cognizant, and to stay alert for anything unusual or out of the place in their neighborhoods. Whenever a law enforcement officer is being threatened, especially by an organization like MS-13, which we already know is uber violent and has killed numerous people throughout the country, if not throughout the world, this has to be taken seriously, he says. They are going above and beyond what any other gang does, and the scary part is that we already know what they legitimately carry out their threats, and they are extremely violent, former FBI agent Manny Gomez said. Please be alert on anyone in the Long Island, New York area. Queens and Brooklyn too. Better safe than sorry. So, again, another great thread from Greg Rubini. A lot of information coming out, guys. I have a ton of information also coming out about Nexium, and so on and so forth. I'm going to leave a cliffhanger for you. So if you found this informative and you enjoyed it, please subscribe to my channel. Please follow me on Twitter at True Reporting, and don't forget to leave a like. If you are able to, financially, if you can donate to this channel, you can go to my PayPal or my Patreon in the description box below. And don't forget to be kind and loving to one another, my friends. I feel disclosure is on its way on many different platforms. And to find great news and great information, you should stick to this channel. I will talk to you very soon. Keep your eyes peeled for more podcasts throughout the day. Have a good one. Bye-bye.